Hey guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Virgo for October 2020. Keep in mind this is a general message, so take what you feel applies to you, your life, your situation, disregard the rest, as well as know that no matter what messages do come forward today, it's still up to you, your active free will, the choices you make, and the steps you take in your world to get your fulfillment you'd like to see. To me, that's personal freedom and power, and know that time is fluid. So even though this message is intended for whatever wants to come through for October, we're coming into November, so it still may resonate then, but it may be resonating from a situation from the past or something that hasn't happened yet, so just keep an open mind and an open heart, my friends. For all my subscribers, you guys mean the world to me. Thank you for being here. I love you, love you, love you. Thank you for sticking with me, for showing up. And for anyone who's new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. And if you do feel like this resonates, please hit subscribe. Join the journey with me. Let me encounter your energy more often. And anybody who feels like you guys would like to share or like the videos, please feel free. Every little bit helps. So I'm just going to take a moment before I get into the reading to call in spirit. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron, as well as my team of light, to join me, to use me as the clearest channel possible, and to deliver only messages that are for the highest good of those of us watching. So we're going to ask them to jump in, my team of light as well, to guide, guard, bless, and protect any of us watching, myself included, and the reading. So this is the Sacred Self-Care Oracle by, I think it's Jill Pyle, for anyone who's interested in it. So I just want to show you the front of it because I think it's a wonderful little tool and a wonderful deck to add to you guys, if your collection, if you were collecting. Ooh, one dropped to the floor immediately, so let's see what this is. Make an altar. So for some of you, we get a little nervous and scared sometimes about an altar because we feel like it is so difficult. An altar doesn't need to be difficult. It doesn't need to be hyper spiritual. It just needs to be things that mean something to you. So for example, if you look at here, she's got a candle. She's got maybe Buddha, could be, you know, Goddess Mother. She's got here flowers, and sitting here and meditating, a focal point. So you could bring some crystals into your altar that you like. You could bring some power animals that you'd like. Anything that makes you feel, I heard special, but makes you feel connected to spirit as well. So this could also be if you're walking through the woods and you found a pine cone, you can put your offerings to spirit there as well. Also, I mispronounced this, but Samhain or Samhain, I think is how you're supposed to say it, is coming up. So this is also really a wonderful time that if you are getting your stuff ready, the Halloween altar too is something you could start with. But anything that speaks to you, making an altar. So that one is super important. Food is around. Okay, so for Virgo spirit, what is the overarching energy that you would want Virgo to be aware of from the self-care oracle today? Chanting. So this is sound healing as well. I want to read you the book because there's some interesting stuff in here. So this is number 8. This is also, I'm feeling like this is like this primordial vibration. There are sounds in the universe that when we make them, they awaken us, I guess is one of the ways to put it. So the mantra for this, for you to remind yourself as well, is my voice is heard. Your voice is heard. So if you're new to chanting, you can start with learning to tone Om and the sound for each chakra. At first, practice chanting on your own to gain a level of comfort. This is something myself I do not do often, mostly when I read this book, so I'm going to talk to you through it. So up top, this is where they're like, Om, Om. Your third eye is Om. Your throat is Ham. Your heart is Yam. Your solar plexus is Ram. Your sacral is Vam, and your root is Lam. Om, Om, Ham, Yam, Ram, Vam, Om. Right? Whew. I actually felt like quite a flush to my throat, my cheeks as well. So for some of you, try doing that. if you want to go and you're already on YouTube, look up some chants that might help you. So this month, definitely making an altar, chanting. I feel like getting in touch with your spirituality this month is really important. It's a focal point. So remember, your voice is heard. If there's places you're not feeling heard, speak up, because people can't read our minds either, right? So let's see here, Spirit. Please give me one more card that would be valuable for anybody who's watching. For Virgo, if this doesn't resonate, guys, there's a few more. It's too many. But I saw plan a vacation and watch a movie. Read. Connect with your ancestors. Sex. Build your strength. Get a checkup. So this stuff, I'll take it. The bottom of the deck is make a vision board. So all of this stuff you can put on your vision board. What is it that you would like to do to keep yourself healthy? Is there books? Is there movies that you would like to do in your free time? What would you like to do? This is just a focus, and it doesn't even have to be a board. Like you see, she's got pictures all over her wall. Could be your fridge, could be a cupboard door. As well as one of the things I heard is with things like cupboard doors, if there's affirmations that you would like yourself to remember, put it somewhere where you're going to see it. For example, I used to put them above my coffee pot on the cupboard because I was always going to my coffee pot. I'm going to see these. Someplace you're going to remember this, but this also is tied in with making an altar because it's setting our intention. What is my vision for the future? Making things tangible, making things visible really help us here, and also making sure that we are heard. For some of you with this checkup, this could be really important if you've experienced physical ailments, if you've been tired, if you've been out of sorts lately. It's sometimes nice to just get that checkup, make sure that everything's okay, everything's in working order, and if things aren't, then at least you have an idea on how to remedy the situation. So building your strength, here's the one I want to connect with your ancestors. I'm going to read this one as well for you guys. I have not encountered this card, but this is connecting with your ancestors that are currently on this earth, as well as for the rest of October. The veil is very thin between dimensions, and it's easier for us to contact our ancestors. So one thing that you may want to do while you're making your altar, as well as if you are wanting to connect with loved ones or passed on loved ones, put something of theirs that means something special that you have that reminds you of them on your altar. And you can ask for guidance from your passed on loved ones. Read things that make you feel, I heard light and airy, but read something you enjoy. Read something that makes you feel smarter, that educates you. Planning a vacation as well, watching a movie, these are self-care things. The same with reading. Our downtime is just as important as our uptime. Building your strength and sex, and some of these, they may be together, right? Or the stronger we are, the better sex we're going to have. Funny, right? But not really funny, because your stamina, and I heard durability, but the length of time you can go and the different, I'm going to say positions here, but the different energy that you have. This as well, okay, there's too much coming in at once. But the more you have worked on your strength, the more you're toning, the more you are connecting with your body on a physical level, the easier it's going to be and the more pleasurable I feel like this is going to be as well, because you are very, very connected with your body. So for some of you, those are some extra messages, but number 14, I opened right up to it. So if I trigger you throughout this, I'm going to hold it up. If I trigger you, if I bring up a negative emotion, negative thought, or something, like what is it that I said? How did it make you feel? And how can you use this information in your day-to-day realities to create positive change in your worlds? So the mantra is, as I heal my wounds, I heal my lineage and bring peace that reverberates infinitely throughout time and space. Through understanding our history, we gain a deep sense of appreciation for all the time and people it took to bring us into the world. Connecting with our ancestors is one way to better understand ourselves, our patterns, and the patterns present within our lineage. It allows us to make peace with all that has happened before. It provides motivation to evolve and to find new and better ways to live. Building this bridge is something that you can do by researching and connecting the dots between family stories, DNA analysis, and traditional archives. You can also learn about your family line in more intuitive ways like meditation, dream work, and working with a past life regression specialist or someone who specializes in reading the Akashic Records, a metaphysical archive of everything that has ever happened within the universe, including all your past lifetimes and those that will come in the future. Call on your ancestors to tap into centuries of wisdom, protection, and guidance. As you look back and connect with your forebears, your path will become more evident. So when you're making your altar, if you are taking the time to meditate, and what I'm feeling like is it may be really important to do these chants or to make some sound healing. Could even want to hum just to clear your energy space out, and also either burn some sage, or this is Palo Santo. I have a candle right here. What we just do is, before you call in your ancestor spirits, just cleanse the air of anything negative or inauthentic and ask to have an open direct line of communication with your ancestor. I would also suggest here that you're going to ask only messages of love and light come through, and all entities or energies to be banished. Okay, be very careful if you're going to do that. That's just what I'm hearing. Okay, so connecting with your ancestors and remembering, what I liked about this card is remembering all of the energy and all the time it took to get you here on this earth. So I'm going to put these ones back and bring a message now from this Shadowscapes Tarot and see what overarching energy Spirit would like you to know for October, please. So for the sign of Virgo, did anything flip? Nope. For the sign of Virgo for October through 2020, Spirit, thank you. Okay, so anything that fell like this, I'm going to put back. There is 2 cards that came out. Justice in the reverse and the 5 of Swords. So I feel like this is peace needs to be made, is what I heard. Peace needs to be made. With the Justice in the reverse, there may be situations that you feel like you were treated unpoorly. Or not unpoorly, unfairly. Or you could have felt like you've been treated poorly. You could feel, this could be even within your own mental space, you could feel like you're constantly at war with others or yourself, because this also to me feels like a self, that there could be some self-defeatist tendencies as well. So I feel like something needs to be made right. I'm going to ask a little bit, they want me to look at that with the 2 of Wands in reverse. I'm going to keep it because they showed me it. I feel like there's a lot of mental conflict, and there could even be a little bit of chatter in your mind right now about making a decision. There may be something you have the power to do, something you know you need to do to make a situation right, to bring justice to the situation, and there may be not sure how to do it, but mental chatter. So Spirit, tell me, thank you. Alright, so we have the 7 of Pentacles. I was asking again about this Justice in the reverse. The 7 of Pentacles, about waiting for the time to be right, about fruit being ripe for the picking. And this can also be picky and choosy. The nice thing about this is that it's after the 6 of coins. It's after the 6 of Pentacles, coins. But the thing is that we're no longer waiting. We've already come to the point of balance. This is that we have the ability to wait. This isn't because we have to. We can choose this. We know that we don't want to have maybe a relationship with someone if it's not ready. We don't want to move forward with things out of haste. We want to have this thought out clearly, concisely as well. So there may be something that you're kind of putting the stalls on right now. We have the 9 of Swords here too, because there could be nightmares. There could be a lot of different things up in your headspace right now. And I think that's why it was so important for the meditation and the chanting. So With this card, this is often a card of nightmares. What I like about it in this one, though, is he's sending them off. He's like, you know what? This is such a heavy burden that I've had to carry. It's time to let it go. You have the King of Wands here, so this could be a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, and I also see Libra with the Justice card. The Ace of Pentacles here, it's in the reverse. I feel like this is because there's a new start, but you have to choose to do it. You have to get the momentum to do it. So in the reverse, it's here. There's this potential for it. The issue being that we're not quite ready to make things right. We're not quite ready to move forward. And we're not quite ready to see the brand new beginning because still in our headspace, things are a bit cloudy is what I hear. We also have the Emperor in reverse. So this could be an Aries. This is a divine masculine. This is also very masculine energy, okay? So some of us may need to work on balancing our own selves out, balancing our heart centers out as well, is what I'm hearing, as well as to get in touch with our divine masculine self. This movement that needs to happen, or that is being strategically planned out, what I feel like is we need to be clear in our doing space, okay? So there could be a lot of obstacles in your way before you're getting to this place of being able to accept the Ace of Pentacles and a brand new start in this world. Some of you as well, with the ancestors, depending on whatever the situation is for you, okay, it could be so many different things, but whatever situation that has you stalling, right? Hi, Snugs, my kitty's over here. Whatever this is, okay, it may be really helpful to talk to your family members. We a lot of times forget that our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, if we're lucky enough to still have them in this world, they've been through maybe experiences similar to us. And it's really helpful to talk to people who've been through stuff. Listen to what they did. What are their opinions on it? Maybe they're going to be different. Maybe you're not going to agree, and that's fine. We don't always have to agree with people, but it doesn't mean that we don't listen to them. It doesn't mean it's going to stop us from, hearing out their suggestions, okay? Some of this could be like a bloodline thing, like a family bloodline thing, that whatever it is that justice wasn't made, whatever, I'm hearing lie, like whatever lie was told, whatever wrong was made, it may be time to open up and speak about it. And this could have been scary in the past, okay? It could be with a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sag, or this could be you. Snuggles. My cat might say hi. This could be you needing to really get into that doing space and into that masculine energy of doing. It doesn't mean that just because I say masculine energy is associated with our doing, it doesn't mean that feminine energy doesn't do. It's just, it's different energy. Cat. He doesn't know, or he doesn't care that we're doing a reading. Okay, so let's just sit in my lap, okay? So, I'm going to ask to clarify this Emperor. Please, Spirit, what's the Emperor all about? If you are a woman, you could have a man in your life who, definitely fire sign again, because this is an Aries. You definitely could have a masculine fire sign energy in your life. This could be, if you're a man, this could be fire in your chart. This could literally just be, I took one that, I don't know. Tell me more about this Emperor, please. Please. So I asked, what is this Emperor's role? Oh, this was the Ten of Wands, sorry. So what I took out was the Two of Wands, and I asked, what is this Emperor's role in this situation? The Emperor's role is the Two of Wands, in the upright, making a decision. With this Ten of Wands in the reverse, and I apologize, I've read this wrong, but with the Ten of Wands in the reverse and Justice in the reverse, it's like, because there's this mental conflict, there could be, again, fighting too between two people, or just inability to come clean, come forward. It's putting a huge stalemate on bringing peace, because this in the reverse, this Ten of Wands in the reverse is saying, we're not done with the hard times yet. because something has not been made right. So this Emperor energy, this fire energy, needs to make a choice to bring balance and to start something new. And this new start doesn't have to be like somebody or something you've never met before. I feel like it's a new, renewed vigor of life. It's also a new understanding. And I'm being drawn to show you there is a woman in this card. I'm sorry, I have it, my phone's backwards, but in this card, this tree branch is a woman that he's sitting on. So I feel like it's also really important to honor our femininity, to honor our truth as well. So the bottom of the deck is the Death card, which is Scorpio. We are currently in Scorpio season. And whatever lies or untruth or injustice has been brought, I feel like once the decision is made to start something new and stop living in the past, is what I heard, or once the decision is made to harvest those, to harvest the fruit, or to just, for some of you, I heard Thanksgiving as well. Like, it may be something coming up to Thanksgiving. I know in the United States, it is in November. Canada and Korea, we have had them at the end of September through October. So if you are other places in the world, I'm sorry, I don't know your Thanksgiving, but if you wanted to comment below, please educate me. I'd be happy to hear it. But for some of you, Thanksgiving could be a real start and a turning point, okay, is what I heard. So I'm going to ask one last message from the Earth Magic Oracle, and there's Wolf on the bottom, instincts. Follow to your instincts and listen to your internal guidance. That self-care up top was really, really poignant on, you know, it is time to get connected with spirit and do things for you, like reading and watching movies, you know, taking care of yourself, building your own strength. And this is, if this decision is attached to a relationship, I heard like it could happen by Thanksgiving or something could happen in Thanksgiving. The Page of Swords is here, and I think it dropped out, but I did not see this. So for some of you, you may not actually see this conversation coming, because I do feel like it's a conversation with the Page. Somebody's going to come to you and say, I have this idea, I have made a choice, and I want, here's what I want. Will you accept? Well, this could be you finally coming to a point where the Five of Swords, you've decided, you know what, I'm about to make a change. I'm going to overcome the fear of it, and I'm going to start something new. It's ripe for the picking. It's ripe for this conversation. We're going to make a discussion. We're going to charge forward. And as well as with this masculine energy, I feel like this is like, I heard deer or stag energy too. So some of you guys may really benefit for looking up stag medicine. So let's look here, Spirit. What's one last card for advice? Dream time, creation. If you dream it, you can build it. Brainstorm ideas. This is also about, you know, what are the messages you're receiving in dream time? But when you are meditating, what do you see? What visions come to you? What do you hear? Write that down after you meditate, because it could be very, very helpful and important. And we also get Green Man with synergy. So this is important too, because this is very, very, very masculine energy that I feel like is trying to come through today. So again, it could be you being a man, or you staying in your masculine. Could be you needing to kind of harness your masculine, right? Making that choice to accept the masculine polarity as well. But to know that everything works in order. There is a synergy to the world. So we sometimes may look at things and think nothing's connected, but it is. Think about outside, right? And even in this picture, all the different bugs that sometimes we're like, I hate bugs. Why do they have to be here? They don't do anything. But yeah, they do. They feed birds, right? They feed on dead things. They help break down trees and create new nourishment for the life around it. There's so many different things. And then we think about, with all of this going in harmony, maybe this bug that we didn't like that's flying around in our bushes, something comes and eats it, right? and it's like that bird or whatever, something else comes. Everything is always interconnected. They are showing me, I heard sprites or whatever they are, little fairies as well. So I think this is also important to remember that the earth is alive. We live on literally a living planet. So I'm going to bring you a quick message from the Green Man, and then I'm going to let you go. There we go. Green Man. Green Man is the Earth's vegetation personified. Although he has many variations, this card depicts a more subtle, embedded representation. In other portrayals, he resembles the face of a man covered in green foliage as branches and vines sprout from every direction. There exists in some form of Green Man throughout history. He reminds us of the incredible synergy required for Gaia to maintain her delicate and dynamic balance among the various beings on the planet. Synergy is the interaction and cooperation of two or more elements that produce a combined effect greater than the sum of their separate efforts. So I feel like as well this is saying there's a point where with whatever situation these cards have picked up on, it's going to need some synergy. It's going to need some give and take, and some even give and take, and distribution of wealth, resources, time, and conversation. Both people discussing, both people talking, both people realizing as well that in order for this partnership, in order for, this business venture, whatever it is, to grow, we need to be acting in harmony with ourselves and in nature, and realizing that for every action there's a reaction, and this is going to reverberate back into the world, back into the universe. So be very wary and be very conscious of what are we creating? What thoughts am I projecting? What am I daydreaming about? And if I'm daydreaming about things that I could tangibly have, how can I make that an actual reality so that one day you can go up and pick those fruits? So make your decisions wisely. Whatever situation with this Justice in the reverse and the Ten of Wands that's not quite ending, whatever cycle needs to be worked on, take the time for you, so that I feel like the decisions that you need to make, those come to you at the right time. And they're your choices to make, no one else's. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful month. I'll talk to you later. I love you all, and